How are you all doing, folks, and welcome back to the channel. So today is reveal day. For those keen-eyed of you, you'll be able to tell already from this camera view exactly what bike I'm riding. For those of you that can't, you'll just have to wait a couple of minutes till we do the walk round. But yeah, the Triumph Tiger has gone to a new home. That bike has been a brilliant bike over the last just under 12 months that I've owned it. It's done everything I've asked of it. I can't fault it. So for those of you who have seen the Triumph stuff on the channel and are thinking of going for a Triumph Tiger, then do it. It's a brilliant bike if that's what you want. But as I've said before on this channel, you know, it's hard to sort of split between what I'm doing with the channel with the adventure bike stuff and the 48, the Sportster stuff. And as good as the Triumph was, it wasn't nailing it down completely for me on the channel. Personally, for a bike, yeah, it was brilliant. The only thing I probably would have done with that is, after riding the 800 for a while, I probably would have gone up a category to the 1200 for reasons being, not that the bike can't do it, but it has its reasons why, and I can always get into that at a later date. But for now, I'm just getting to grips with this bike. I've probably only done about 10 miles on it so far since I've gained ownership of this. But what I will tell you is, it is an absolute beast of a bike. So we're currently at 43 degrees Fahrenheit today. It's quite a chilly day. We've got snow and cold coming back to haunt us again next week. So this is the last chance I have got of riding a bike for at least the next week, until the doom cloud weather of coldness has passed us yet again. And I think that'll be the last one before the spring puts its step on the UK, because we're heading that way now and things are just starting to turn slowly but surely back to green again. So before I do the full reveal on this bike, I will tell you that we've got plenty coming up on the channel this year, as I always do, including the Highland Fling is back in force for this year. Wow, this thing can corner. Oh, okay, this thing can corner. I'm sort of heading out to do a little bit of counter steering, but I don't need to. The bike is just doing exactly what I'm asking for it. Let's just park in here. Okay. Okay, folks, there she is. ALCHEMOTO has gone and bought himself a Pan America, or the Adventure Glide, as I call it, because some people are a little bit hit and miss with the Pan America on the looks, and at first I was the same, but I've grown to love this beast, and that is why I have got one. So you've got the sort of reminiscent with the nose cone there of your other Harley touring models. So this is the Adventure Glide, or commonly well known by my registration now, she will be called the Gypsy, I think. So I've got this 2021 Pan America Special with the sport luggage. I actually quite like these. I was actually looking at one bike with the aluminium, or aluminum if you're from the US of A, luggage option, but when I saw this I actually preferred it. I had them on the Tiger, the Adventure panniers, and they proved to be a brilliant pannier, nice and easy to remove. Got enough storage for what I need. Top box isn't in any sort of, you know, it's not bulky like the Adventure box to leave on all the time. It looks part of the bike. It's sleek, and apparently they are waterproof. They will be tested though. So without the side panniers on, the bike just looks balanced. Also, I've got the Screaming Eagle titanium exhaust, 40% saving over the original on weight, and a heavy duty skid plate, as you can see down there, which is all genuine Harley Davidson, which is made by another well known accessory maker, I believe, and with the radiator guard as well. So there's a few extras on these. The only thing I noticed with these bikes and everyone I looked at is, and the Triumph never suffered from this, is the rust around the inside of the brake disc here, which is easily corrected. I think it's been washed with an acid wash or something like that, but every bike I looked at has that on, and it never happened on the Triumph, which was an earlier bike. So I mean, that'll be rectified, it's not a problem, but you're not coating them well enough, HD. So this is my new bike, folks. So we've got the adaptive ride height and everything on this as well. And also with this, we've also got the connectivity, which if I have the app open on my phone, I've got the map data also on the bike as well, which is quite handy. Just getting used to all the settings at the moment. That's the diagnostics one. Settings on here. Okay, so messing around with my buttons, I'm sort of still getting used to how these work. Modes are up there. I thought I'd scroll down on here for them, but you can just easily change your modes up here. So I'm back in sport mode. I wouldn't mind, it wasn't bad actually in off-road plus mode on the road, so that should sort my suspension out a little bit more. So we're just going to get on the bike now and take a little route around some little twisty country back roads and see how the bike performs. And then I'm going to give my sort of review against this on how the Triumph has actually performed, although they're in a little bit of a different weight class. And here's the thing as well that I learned, is that this thing is as heavy as my 48. It's just the weight's balanced lower on the 48, so there's something to keep in mind if you're a little bit worried about a heavy bike like this. One thing I will say is my actual feet are flat-footed. I know I've got the adaptive ride height on this, but I was still a little bit sort of concerned that with my Tiger I was still sort of half on the balls of my feet, and with luggage obviously loaded up it was fine and I could just about flat foot it. With this one I am on the ground and flat footing from a standstill, so I'm wondering how much. I think it's about an inch or so height it rises with the adaptive suspension, with the ride height, once I start riding off. But what a thing, it makes it so much easier, and I know I'm in complete control of the bike, so that is an absolute bonus. But anyway, without further ado, let's get on them twisties. So we're heading just into some of the back country roads, not too far, it's about 20 minutes from my house. It's been a while, I think it was last year since I came down this track. This bike has bags and bags of torque, even at the lower rev range. I'll just have to adjust the clutch lever or lever if you're from the US of A. But over some of these rough roads, the suspension's a little bit harder at the moment in sport mode, so you will feel it a bit more, but it is still sublime. It is absolutely a joy to ride, and so far, after half an hour in this seat, it is proven to be really, really comfortable. But the ergonomics of this bike seem to fit really well I'm a sort of a 5'10" 32" seam. The only thing I will say is that I'm slightly leaning forward a little bit on the bars. That's not a bad thing though. I just have to see what it's like over distance. So I'll just turn down here to Roworth. Wow! We're almost in sport bike territory there. Whoa! Holy shit! If that doesn't that doesn't bring a smile to your face, just gotta watch. Whoa, well, these roads are a little bit not greasy, there's a lot of gravel on them. A little bit of a squirm on there, but that just adds to the fun factor. Can't really test the screen out until I'm on the highway. Cars with bloody pillocks they are. Okay, so the next thing is, what is this bike off the tarmac like? Now, I've never been down here, so this will be interesting. So we're gonna just go into off-road mode. Bit of peg standing. I like the way the suspension does try and adapt as you go in and out of the potholes. It's sure-footed so far. I'm not going to go mad. As its first bath anyway. That's very, very smooth, especially on this rocky bit here. You can't really tell on the camera, but it's just soaking up everything. That's beautiful, that is. The Tiger was soft, but the comparison's probably about the same. They were both pretty damn good off on the beaten track. These, see what just reacts to these now. Yeah, this is very slippy stuff, and she's pretty sure-footed on that. It's only a short lane, but that was fun. So that just give a little bit of a perspective what this bike was like off the tarmac. And that, folks, is one of the reasons I bought this. It can just get away from those standard lanes and take you off the beaten track to those places where I couldn't get on other bikes. think this drops down to a place called Chisworth. Okay, so there's a little byway down there, so while we're exploring, I just put the maps on the bike as well, so it gives you guys an idea. So you can actually zoom in a little bit on the maps as well, but it does actually give you an indication of where you are pretty well. And this is Apple Tree Road. Byway open to all traffic, unsuitable for motor vehicles. So here we go. Don't know where that lane goes down there, but it is a bit of exploring around here. Oh, that's to a farm, is it? That's a footpath. Yeah. Where is this taking us? Well, that's a shame. So we've done a little bit of off-roading with it, and we've done a little bit of tarmac with it. So what is my opinion? This thing is an absolute beast. Don't get me wrong, the Triumph before it had its plus points, had a lot of plus points. This has got a bit more weight in it, but it feels so well balanced. So after a bit of varied riding today, I can confirm that this thing is an absolute animal. When you put it in sport mode, it just absolutely takes off. So the off-road mode, it just sort of calms things down a bit, the same with the rain mode apparently. So as we do a few more miles on this thing, we'll do a few more little reviews, bits and pieces, things that I would change, things I'm not happy with. But up to now, everything is A1. The only thing this lacks that the Triumph had is it did have the heated seats. And at the moment, every 5 minutes passes, the temperature's dropping here in the UK, ready for that snow next week. Apparently you can get heated seat kits fitted, but the grips are pretty warm. I'm going to put them on the way back and just give them another go. But apart from that, everything else is spot on. So happy with it, yeah. So there we go, the Pan America, ALCHEMOTO's new adventure bike. The Adventure Glide, the Gypsy. So this is where the adventure begins. So we're going to split this channel obviously between my 48 and the Pan America. We are HD all the way through. High definition Harley Davidson. That's ALCHEMOTO. Let's get back on the bike. So back where we came from in a nice little loop. So there we go, folks. The new bike, the Pan America. So there we go, folks, the bike reveal, the Pan America, ALCHEMOTO's new toy for the stable. What do you guys think? Please drop your comments in the comment section. So this is the first time you're watching ALCHEMOTO, please look back in the back catalogue, plenty for you to watch there. Do hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, hit that notification bell, please like and share the video and comment if you dare. But on that note, until next time, folks, ALCHEMOTO signing out, we'll see you later.